A 7-year-old puts $10 in a piggy bank. Her twin brother puts his $10 in an investment account. Fast forward 40 years, she has $10. He has over 700. Same starting point. Wildly different destinations. The difference? One simple concept their parents taught them early. A concept wealthy families pass down like an heirloom. A secret most people never discover. There's a reason generational wealth stays in the same families. It's not just money passing from parent to child, it's knowledge. Specifically, one piece of knowledge that changes everything. The wealthy teach their children about compound interest before they teach them to ride a bike. Meanwhile, most families never teach it at all. This isn't an accident. This is the invisible barrier between those who build wealth and those who chase it their entire lives. Walk into any wealthy household and ask when their kids learned about compound interest. You'll hear the same answer over and over. Early. Really early. 7, 8, 9 years old. Now ask the average family when they learned about it. Most adults still don't understand it. They've heard the term. They know it exists, but they've never truly grasped what it means or why it matters. That gap? That's the wealth gap. Not income. Knowledge. And it starts in childhood. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He also said those who understand it earn it, and those who don't pay it. Think about that second part. You're either on the earning side or the paying side. There's no middle ground. And which side your children end up on depends entirely on whether you teach them this secret while they still have time to use it. Here's what the wealthy understand that everyone else misses. Wealth isn't built by working harder or earning more. Those things help, but they're not the foundation. The foundation is time. Specifically, giving your money time to multiply itself. The rich don't just save money. They put money to work early and let it compound for decades. They teach their children to do the same. By the time these kids are adults, they're already ahead. Not because they're smarter or luckier, because they started earlier. That's the secret. Time is the ultimate wealth multiplier, and childhood is when you have the most of it. This is why breaking into wealth feels impossible for most people. They start late. They discover compound interest in their 30s or 40s when half their runway is gone. Meanwhile, kids from wealthy families have accounts opened at birth. They're investing before they can spell their own names. By the time they're teenagers, compound interest is already doing heavy lifting for them. The game is rigged, but not in the way people think. It's not rigged by access to money. It's rigged by access to knowledge, and that knowledge is compound interest. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. Take 2 kids. Sarah's parents understand this secret. They start her investing at age 8, $50 a month. She does this for 10 years and stops at 18, never adds another dollar. Her neighbor, Mike. His parents mean well, but they don't know what Sarah's parents know. Mike doesn't start until he's 18. He invests the same $50 monthly but continues for 40 years straight until retirement. Same amount per month. Mike invests 4 times longer. Guess who has more money? Sarah. By a lot. She invested $60,000 total over 10 years. He invested $24,000 over 40 years. She wins. That's not fair. That's compound interest rewarding those who know the secret early. The math is simple, but most people never see it. When you earn returns on your money, those returns start earning their own returns. Then those returns earn returns on their returns. It feeds itself, multiplies itself. The longer it runs, the more powerful it becomes. In the first few years, growth looks pathetic. Numbers barely move. This is where people who discover it late give up. They don't realize the explosion comes later. Compound interest is backloaded. The real magic happens in decades 2, 3, and 4. But you can't reach decade 4 without starting at year 1. Wealthy families know this. They give their kids decade 1 while they're still children. That's the advantage. That's the secret. Here's what makes this so powerful as a parent. You have something wealthy families have. Time. Your child's time. Right now, your 8-year-old has the same asset a billionaire's 8-year-old has. 40+ years until retirement. You can give your child the same advantage wealthy kids get, the same head start, the same compounding runway. You don't need wealth to do this. You need knowledge. And now you have it. This is the secret wealthy parents teach early. Time is an asset. The most valuable asset. Every year you wait is a year your child loses forever. Not just a year of saving. A year of compounding. A year where money could be making money that makes more money. You can replace money. You cannot replace time. Wealthy families understand this at a cellular level. They optimize for time, not amount. They'd rather have their kid invest $10 at age 8 than $1,000 at age 28. Because they know $10 at 8 beats $1,000 at 28 if given enough time. There's a simple formula the wealthy teach their children. The rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual return rate, and you get the number of years it takes money to double. At 10%, money doubles every 7 years. A child starting at age 10 sees their money double 6 times before retirement. Someone starting at 30 gets 3 doubles. Same discipline, same interest rate. The kid who started at 10 ends up with 8 times more money. Not twice as much, 8 times. That's the multiplier effect of time. That's why wealthy families obsess over starting early. Now here's where it gets interesting. Once kids understand this secret, everything changes. Not just with money, with everything. Because compound interest isn't just about finance. It's a lens for viewing life. Learning compounds. Skills compound. Relationships compound. Health compounds. The child who grasps compounding at 8 starts thinking differently. They see delayed gratification as leverage, not sacrifice. They make long-term decisions. They develop patience backed by math, not hope. They understand that small actions repeated over time create massive results. This is how wealthy families think. This is what they pass down. Not just money. The operating system that creates money. Most parents teach their kids to save. Put money in a piggy bank. Don't spend it all on candy. That's cute. That's also useless. Saving without compound interest is like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, zero progress. Money sitting still loses value to inflation. It's not growing, it's shrinking. Wealthy parents don't teach saving. They teach investing. They teach their kids that money should work, not sit. That's the difference. That's the secret. Money isn't for storing, it's for multiplying. Here's what this means for you. You now know what wealthy families know. The question is what you do with it. You can keep this information to yourself and do nothing. Your kids will learn about compound interest the way everyone else does. Late. Too late to matter. Or you can become the parent who passes down the secret. The one who gives their child a 40-year head start. The one who breaks the cycle. This isn't about making your kid rich. It's about giving them the same weapon wealthy kids get. Knowledge, time, the combination of both. It's about leveling a playing field that's been tilted for generations. Wealthy families have kept this secret in the family because it benefits them when others don't know. But you know now. And knowledge without action is just trivia. The wealthy don't wait, they don't hesitate. They don't put this off until their kids are older, they start immediately. Because they understand that every day of compound interest matters, every week, every month. The clock is ticking on your child's most valuable asset, their time. And unlike money, you cannot get it back once it's gone. This is the single most impactful financial lesson you can teach your children. Not budgeting, not saving, not working hard. Understanding that time multiplies money and starting early multiplies time, that's the secret. That's what separates families who build wealth from families who watch others build it. You now have access to the same knowledge wealthy parents pass down at their dinner tables. The only question left is whether you'll use it. Start this week. Open an account. Make the first investment. It doesn't matter if it's $5 or $50. The amount is irrelevant compared to the time. Plant the seed now. Give your child the same advantage wealthy kids are born with. Teach them the secret before the world teaches them it's too late. Give them time. Give them compound interest. Give them the unfair advantage they deserve.